When you're making love to a narcissist, you're making love to a shell, a robot, emotionless, feelingless entity. I like to say it as it is. So there is no presence there. There's nobody there. I remember my first kiss with a spiritual narcissist. Now, at that time, remember, when you awaken, you get a full understanding of what this thing is. Okay, you start enlightening yourself and understanding it. You get a whole understanding of what this thing is. What this thing is, not a person, it's a thing. What it is. So I had awakened. Yes, I had found out. That was after like 3 months when I got out of a narcissistic relationship, and then I ran into this greater narcissist, the spiritual narcissist. And I remember the first kiss. I was thinking, that kiss took me a couple of days to get over, because I was thinking that I've not kissed somebody that I've not felt that kiss. It was something that is very difficult to explain. You are like kissing, a doll. A doll, when you're kissing a narcissist, is like, for example, you have this teddy bear or you have a doll. It doesn't have a life. There's no feeling inside of it. So you just bring this doll and you give it a kiss and you put it back to where it was. That is exactly how I felt. Kissing a narcissist, if you have really understood what a narcissist is and you have got back your emotions in shape, and you finally came into contact with these people and you kissed them, you will remember. A narcissist doesn't get intimate, at least not emotionally. They can get intimate only to harvest your energy. They do not get intimate because they want to feel the feeling of being loved, sleeping with somebody that you love, genuinely connecting with that person, feeling how do they feel, sharing genuine emotions. I'll give you my emotions, you give me yours, give and take. That is not how it works with a narcissist. You're dealing with something different. No emotions, no feelings. So if you want to know if you have slept with these kind of vessels or entities, is when you have had sex with the person. Before the sex, because you see, as an empath, as a person who has genuine emotions, when you are into something like sexual acts or stuff like that, you go in with emotions, okay? You invest your emotions in there. So when you have slept with the person, you remember that the beginning was very exciting. You was very excited. You was like, oh, it's going to be a nice day. We're going to spend this evening together. We're going to have some dinners. We're going to go to, get intimate and all that stuff. It's a lot of excitement. Like, you guys know how these things works when it comes to those kind of relationships and stuff like that. So what is really happening is you get a little bit more excited because you want to know how it feels to genuinely connect with somebody on that level. But the moment that thing is done and you find yourself having the regret of why did I do it, then that means you have been sleeping with the wrong person. You have been sleeping with the entity. A lot of you guys are very familiar with this situation whereby, I know the guys, I don't know if, I think women can be the same thing, yes. But for the most of the times, the guys, you will be very familiar with this scenario where you sleep with the person. And then, exciting, you thought that it was going to be nice, then you finish whatever it is you did. And you was thinking like it shouldn't have happened. Why did you even do that? That person didn't feel present. It felt like there was nobody home. He was just there sleeping with somebody that didn't even exist emotionally, at least. That is how you know that you've been sleeping with the entity. You see, those entities don't come with label. with a label on their head that they are narcissists. They don't come, it's not like that. But it's like when you be around them, in a couple of minutes, first encounter, maybe second, you start to feel the emotional. They are not connected emotionally. The words they say, they don't have any sense, they don't have any meaning. And sometimes when you ask them something about love, because you see, that's how you know that you're sleeping with a bot. Narcissists are bots. Ask them a question about love. What they do really think about love. What is their definition of love? Because as an empath, you understand what love is all about. That is your frequency. So you take some time and sit with them and ask them, what do they really think about love? What is their opinion about love? You're going to see that they are very surface level. They almost don't even know what you're talking about. They're going to give you, a person who cares about me and this and this and that and that, but you're going to see that it's very superficial. It is not connected to their heart. These people are not connected to their heart centers. Okay? So when you ask them deeper questions, it doesn't have to be about love. It can be about a lot of things that you connect with as a person emotionally that make a lot of sense to you. You're going to see that they are very surface level. And a lot of times when a person is not aware about narcissistic abuse, you may see some of those flags, you'll be like, red flag, okay. I asked them this question, they didn't answer it properly, I'm going to give them another chance. Let's try tomorrow, let's try again, we shall see, maybe they will get it right this time. It's going to be the same thing, I can promise you. Ladies and gentlemen, narcissistic abuse is very dangerous. I do not have any kind words for those people because I know how much I've had to deal with that stuff. So, intimacy doesn't have to be sleeping with somebody. It can also be just, enjoying a romantic moment together. Let us go and have this romantic walk on the beach. Let us go and have a nice sightseeing somewhere, in the city. What you're really going to see, you're going to see them moving ahead of you. They could be moving like 2 meters ahead of you. Because I don't know what is wrong with them. They're running, going somewhere, and they're not going anywhere, really. So you're going to be the one pulling up from behind. Or even sometimes you may try to hold their hand, like, how romantic people do. And they're going to avoid holding hands with you. So it feels like they don't want to see anybody. They don't want anybody to see them with you. It's like they're running away from something. Because inside of their souls, whichever soul they have, because we understand they do not have a soul, they feel like they do not deserve you, but they have to be with you. So when you're in a narcissistic relationship, it is a case whereby they know they do not deserve you, but at the same time, they need you to be around them because they cannot be on their own. So when they are with you now, when you bring them in, now they don't know what to do with you. They don't know how to love you. They don't know how to treat you. Everything irritates them. Everything you say bores them. They get bored very quickly. Now they're outside of the house. They are, that is exactly what happened to these people. Even sometimes you want to be intimate with them. You just want to sit on the couch. Maybe you want to enjoy some nice movie together, like couples do. That movie will be a nightmare. Maybe they will fall asleep during the movie. Maybe they will be on their phone while the movie is playing, so they don't even know which scene is playing at what time. Which episode are you? They don't even know what time it is. You are dealing with a person that is extremely unplugged completely. They are very unplugged from reality. They have a different version of reality that they understand. So for them, when they feel like they need some energy, because you see, I've told you these whole things of intimacy and sex and stuff like that, it's all about harvesting energy. That's all it is. Harvesting. They are energy harvesters. Okay? So you now have the person who is only going to take you to bed because they want some energy. They want to harvest your energy, your sexual energy. So they'll take you to bed and you sleep with them. When they get what they want, they're going to look the other way. Maybe they'll go and watch TV and, you'll be alone cuddling yourself in bed. They'll be downstairs watching porn. Now, you see, it is very horrible when you're dealing with these people because You are now dealing with entities that do not have any real, genuine emotions with anyone. Are we together? So it is real when it comes to all those things of being in relationships, intimacy, and the stuff like that. You just have to understand you are dealing with a person that is not present. They are not there, they have never been there, and they will never be there. So you may sometimes be in a relationship and you're waiting for one day when you will actually genuinely connect with these people, and it's not possible. That day will never come. That's what it is. So maybe you guys resonate. Let us know what you think. Like the video, share, and subscribe. You know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session if you want to. You can always donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll see you guys in my next one. There's Amos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.